Welcome back, everybody. I'm back today with those updates on the EIDL, the grants, and the loans. We are going to talk about the $2 million loan caps today and what to do if you're stuck in the 4506T, the backlog with the IRS waiting on your loan modification. We're also going to touch in on the infrastructure bills, supply chain, inflation, everything happening in the economy. But before we get into it, remember to like and subscribe to the channel. Turn on the notifications so you get your updates each and every day. We got a lot to cover today. Let's get you guys all caught up. Welcome back, everybody. I'm back with those updates on the EIDL, the grants, and the loans. Yes, I am sitting waiting for another realtor. Seems to be my most recent dilemmas. Normally they give you the key to go in through the little lockbox right there, but there's no key in it today. So here I sit waiting for the realtor to show up. If you guys are joining me for the first time, my name is Bilder. I'm a financial educator, and I teach you the secrets of passive income through things like real estate and joining AirBNB. You can check out, I have a crash course found in the description right now. It's on a mega sale. Okay, everybody, I want to start out and I want to talk about what's happening with the EIDL program with the $2 million loan caps. It was announced 2 weeks ago that the SBA was going to increase the loan caps from $500,000 up to $2 million. They are still telling individuals on the phone that this is going to happen. There have been most recent reports out about this, and several members from Congress are still talking about this. So I'm going to say it's just going to be a matter of time to announce this to everybody and roll it out to all of the loan officers. Right now, loan officers are telling us they have not made any internal announcements about this. We are still waiting for the updates on the rules. I want to shift over and I want to talk about what's happening with the EIDL loan modifications if you're stuck in the 4506T dilemma that many of you are facing right now. Several people have commented here to the channel that they are accepting stamped copies from the IRS and 2018 and 2019 bank statements as a method to move you forward in the review process. Now, I don't want to say that this is the end-all be-all to this current problem. It would be best if the SBA would just announce that they're going to remove the 4506T requirement and follow the 7A process. However, what is happening is loan officers and loan underwriters that were once in the targeted advanced grants group have now joined the loan modification process, and they did not care about having the 4506Ts. They would actually approve you for the grants because grants were available whether you were approved or denied for this loan, and they were just simply sending them out, substantiating that you did have a business. Now, you may find yourself with an approval by turning in your 2018, 2019 bank statements and a stamped copy of your IRS documentation, and your portal may change to say approved. However, when you reach the obligation team, the legal team, they may still request the 4506T if they do not find it on file. And you may be waiting a very long time, like thousands of others right now, waiting in the funding process to finally see the funds land inside their bank account. You've been approved, and now you're sitting still waiting in yet another backlog that the SBA does not officially announce. They're basically saying the review backlog is over, but yet this obligation backlog continues to grow and grow and grow. I think the SBA just needs to get in alignment on all this and figure out what their next steps are. Many of you do take our advice that you should call the SBA repeatedly each and every day until you hear something in your favor. I would also recommend to check on your own 4506T to discover if you are found currently in the backlog. And if you are found in that backlog, add a phone call to the IRS each and every day as well until they process your taxes so that you can get yourself that approval with the SBA as well. I want to thank Jason for pointing out that the IRS is swamped in a backlog. He indicated that he searched on Google and found that there are trucks, hundreds of trucks sitting in the parking lot with paper IRS statements just waiting to be processed. This is insane. Straight insanity. The IRS needs to get on the ball and needs to also make priority of getting this through the processing. I want to shift over and talk about the grants here just for a moment because grants are still available. The stimulus bill, the infrastructure bill, has not officially robbed $32 billion yet. This bill is sitting, waiting to be voted on the House floor. Nancy Pelosi will not process this through without the $3.5 trillion to accompany it. This is for the human infrastructure bill. Many of the Democrats in the House right now are very upset with Nancy, basically stating that she is holding up support, much needed support for the people out here because she's playing a game of football. With that said, if you have not applied for your targeted advanced grant or your supplemental targeted advanced grant, get yourself in the queue today because there is a backlog here as well. Right now we're seeing processing to be around 2 to 3 weeks on average. Get yourself in the queue. You do not have to be approved for the loan, and you do not have to take the loan in order to get the grant. You simply have to meet the requirements for the targeted and supplemental targeted advanced grants. I want to shift over and talk about a serious matter here for a moment. I want to talk about what's happening with the efforts in Afghanistan. Right now, many of our UN allies are questioning the sanity of President Biden, questioning his thoughts on why he did what he did. Even Colonel Kemp is suggesting a court-martial of President Biden. Just to put this into perspective, this is the largest transfer of military equipment that has ever happened in the history of time. We're talking helicopters, armed drones, assault rifles, you name it. It has now fallen into the possession of our enemies. Many high cabinet members right now are even contradicting the speeches that are being placed by the president, by President Biden. President Biden is suggesting that there is safe passageways to the airports right now. And General Milley just goes to contradict him and say that there is not safe passage to the airports right now, stating that Americans are being harassed, beaten, and having their passports taken from them. President Biden is announcing that he will get everybody out of the country, just to be contradicted by the Secretary of State, stating that we do not know how many are actually found behind enemy lines right now, how many Americans are on the opposite side of enemy lines, and we do not know if we will get everybody to safe passage. To everybody seeking safe passage, you are all still in the thoughts of myself and the thoughts of my family. Okay, let's shift over and talk about the economy here for a moment, and I want to touch in on something that happened with Pfizer. Pfizer did finally receive FDA approval, and I feel this is important to announce because right now that will allow companies to mandate that all of their employees go out and get the Pfizer vaccinations in order to remain employed with the company without any penalty of any lawsuits. So let us know in the comments if your company that you're currently working for is suggesting this in any way, shape, or form, and if you see that vaccines will become mandated in order for you to return to work. Now, I don't know what the incentive would be to mandate that you get yourself vaccinated, and personally, I would not think it would be a good idea, especially employers right now that are trying to fill jobs, having difficulty getting members to even join their teams. And with supply chains still being crushed due to the lack of employees, due to the fact that the ports are all backed up, there are 30 to 60 ships backed up at each and every port out there across the United States, causing serious strains on the supply chain. I don't know how much you realize the relationship of supply chain with inflation, but as supply chain gets strained, gas prices go up, all the prices in the grocery stores will also go up. This is the hidden tax that I've been talking about for the past couple of days that you are being charged in the lower and middle classes due to high inflation. And I don't know if you've checked the shelves lately, but in Walmart, where you would typically see an abundance, those shelves are looking rather thin right now. Let me know in the comments if your Walmart or your big box stores currently are also seeing this problem and that you're noticing that you're seeing a much smaller availability of your current items. This does create even further issues when you go to see seasonal changes. Right now it's school shopping time, and I don't know about you, but I took my 4 children out shopping and found that there was very limited supply of the things available for them to purchase. And with Christmas right around the corner, many businesses do rely on a solid, strong supply chain to ensure that they can meet their holiday seasons. If you're finding that your business is still struggling, leave us a message in the comments. I'd like to hear from you. Let me know what type of business you're out there functioning in. It may be a time to figure out a new form of cash flow, new forms of passive revenue. Right now, you can go up to the description and discover one of my forms of passive revenue. I use AirBNB. I have a crash course on a mega sale right now found in the description where you can take a $50 bill, get into the real estate game. You don't necessarily have to own that real estate to do this, and cash flow in 3 business days through Airbnb, earning an extra $5,000 to $10,000 each and every month. And you want to scale that process up, you just simply repeat the process over and over again. If you guys would like to learn how you can join me in my current business, find me on Instagram through the description. I hold Zoom calls Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time if you'd like to learn how you can join my team. That's going to do it for today, folks. I am still waiting for this realtor, and I don't think I'm going to wait another minute longer. I'm going to take my kids to the beach. I wish you all the best, and I will catch you all on the next one. Bye for now.